This morning I am dealing with my garlic harvest. I don't know how many cloves I got, but it was a significant amount. And some of the cloves had rotted slightly, like the base of the roots just tore right out when I pulled them out of the ground. So I wanted to do something with that garlic before it went bad. So what I'm going to do is make garlic powder out of it, because actually that's how we use garlic the most. It's just the most convenient way and the most flavorful way for the most part is to sprinkle garlic powder on food. So I have a dehydrator and I tested this out with some store-bought garlic and it worked great. So that's what I'm going to do with these. Now I've got my pan of garlic cloves that I want to use up, and there's some little onions in there too that I'm going to dehydrate at the same time. I forget what kind of garlic variety this was, but they have a really pretty purple color to them. You can see that. And the skins are pretty thick actually, so I like working with this variety. When you squish down on it with your knife to get the skin off like you would a regular garlic, the skin is quite thick, so it peels off easily, and for that reason I like working with this garlic variety. I don't know if the flavor is necessarily better than other garlic. We did a little taste test though and just tasted like a tiny sliver of this raw garlic and then tasted a tiny sliver of store-bought garlic, and both Matt and I thought that this was just a little bit more like less bitter, slightly less bitter, slightly less spicy, had a more well-rounded flavor to it. So that might just be because it's fresher, but it could also be the variety or the fact that it was, you know, homegrown. So all right, so I'm going to work on de-skinning all of these cloves and then we'll come back later. Let's take a break from the garlic because I want to taste my onion. Okay, this is one of the small ones, but it's so cute. Okay, so this is a red Creole onion and we're gonna give it a little taste. Okay. Oops. Okay. Mmm. Hey, come try this onion. It's like not oniony at all. It's very mild and sweet. Okay, this is a little bit oniony. That's nice. Very nice. Well, the red onions are so tasty, I couldn't bear to dehydrate them all. So kept out a container of some fresh that I'll use for fresh cooking this week. And then I have a few that I will keep in the pantry. And then there are a few still in the ground outside. From my last experiment, dehydrating garlic, I learned that you can't just put them in the dehydrator large like this. They dehydrate a lot quicker and more evenly if you chop them into tiny pieces. So I'm going to put these, oh sorry, the onion is getting me. Oh boy. I'm going to put them in the food processor. Okay, so I'm going to use this attachment. Okay, and garlic. Now I'll take this mixture, lay it out real evenly on my dehydrator trays, and we'll get it in the dehydrator. At the dehydrator. So we're putting in what turned out to be 2 trays. And I'm also going to put in some kale that I prepared from the garden. The kale does not need to dry nearly as long, so I'll check it in an hour or 2 probably. But we're going to start with 6 hours at about 125 degrees. And like I said, I'll check it intermittently, but it'll probably be about right to get these nice and crispy. Now, we've got it on, what, 125, so let's do 6 hours. Let's see where we're at. Okay, kale. Kale is definitely done. Taking that out. We'll get the rest of the kale in a second. Okay, still damp, so we got a long way to go there, but yeah, you can see how it's browning. Now these kale chips are unsalted, no oil or anything. Not sure if they're going to be super tasty or not. Okay, let's give them a taste. Not bad. Would be better with some salt. But pretty good snack. Okay, we're ready to go. And this took a little bit less than 6 hours. 2 trays here, one on top of the other. And it's all crunchy, so now I'm going to put it in my little coffee grinder, a little bit at a time, and turn it into dust. There we go. Now with this garlic powder I'm making, I'm actually going to mix it with salt and pepper to make a nice salt, pepper, garlic blend, because it's just easy to use when you're cooking and you don't have to measure anything out. So I'm going to mix that all up in a bowl and then put it back into a container and we'll be done. Well, that's that. We grew the garlic starting all the way back in November and harvested, dried, then put in the dehydrator, ground it up into powder, and now it's going into my pantry. I will be cooking with it for quite a long time. I have quite a bit of garlic powder and lots of fresh garlic too. So this was really fun. I hope you enjoyed watching our project today, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.